But he's got a massive task ahead of him, defending his gold against the ruler and the number one contender, and the man who pinned him in mixed tag team action last week on NXT, Femi. And here comes the challenger right here, right now for this championship main event tonight. Femi won a fatal four-way matchup to win the opportunity a couple of weeks ago. Here tonight at Stand and Deliver, he defeated the likes of Bronson Reed, your new current North American champion. He defeated Solo Sikoa in the matchup, as well as Logan Paul the Maverick. Can he beat Mello Hayes just like he pinned him a couple of weeks ago, or last week rather, in mixed tag action? Can he do it again? If he does, he will become the NXT champion, meaning we'll have a clean sweep of all new champions changing hands tonight. All titles changing hands, all new champions being crowned this evening at Takeover Stand and Deliver. It will be a very historic night to say the least. And he also will head into WrestleMania to defend it against the new number one contender for the NXT Championship after winning the 20-man Rumble earlier on, Trick Williams. Gotta imagine Trick has close eyes in this matchup, not just because his good friend Mello Hayes is defending his championship, but because he will face the winner of this matchup next weekend, next Sunday, for the NXT Gold. But here comes the current champion, winning the golds, back on TakeOver Vengeance Day in June after cashing in his NXT Money in the Bank contract on the ring general Gunther following Gunther's matchup and defending the championship against none other than Trick Williams. It's Carmello Hayes who has defeated the likes of Gunther, of Trick Williams, Gunther and Trick in triple threat action, Ilya Dragunov, Damian Priest and Keith Lee, all in retention of his NXT Championship, and currently has 6 successful defenses of that gold tonight. It's his 7th and could be his hardest defense to date. Mello Hayes has thus far endured a 158-day reign as NXT Champion. He's enjoyed his time as champion, but it could all come to an end by the hands of the ruler tonight. He hopes it doesn't. We find out. We can't count Mello out by a long shot. Going to be a hell of a main event tonight at TakeOver Stand and Deliver 2 for the NXT title. That right there, it's coveted. It's convenient. It is absolutely prestigious and beautiful. And it's on the line right here, right now. Let's head to the ring now for the official ring introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 273 pounds, Femi! And his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds. The NXT Champion, Carmello Hayes!
Thank you very much, Alicia Taylor, for your final duties of this evening. Coach, you need to announce the winner of the matchup, or your final ring introduction of the evening. As there's the NXT official himself, Mr. Rod Zapata, the man in the white and gold, taking the title for Mello Hayes. Could be the last time Mello Hayes hands his title to the official, because every other champion has changed hands tonight. Could be the same fate for Mello Hayes. He doesn't want it to be. He wants to have a longer reign than 158 days. It's a good time to be champion. 6 defenses in that time as well for Mello. Well, let's see if it comes to an end or it keeps going. If he can carry it on to WrestleMania to defend it against Trick Williams next weekend. Mello, Oba, underway. It's Rod Zapata rings the bell on your main event on TakeOver Stand and Deliver. I mean, this is not Mello's first main event of NXT Takeover. He technically main evented at Vengeance Day when he dethroned Gunther for the gold after cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on the ring general. We'll see him at WrestleMania next weekend as well, next Saturday against the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar. But he also defended it against Ilya Dragunov at TakeOver Deadline back before the Royal Rumble a couple of months back. Look at Mello Hayes. And he's on fire already. The matchup just beginning here. Is Mello going to send over the outside? You see him chanting in that crowd. Mello is getting a lot of love from the audience tonight as a slingshot crossbody connecting. And this past week on NXT ended the final NXT of the series on a high note for him, defeating the NXT North American champion, at least at the time, not anymore. 8-down down himself, Austin Theory. Of course, he lost the title at the top of the show in the ladder match that started us off tonight. The Big Bronson Reed becoming the new North American champion. But there's Carmello Hayes. He's sent back in the ring by Oba. Femi's climbing the top rope. Big man flying in with an elbow drop. Right in the heart of Carmello Hayes. And on a cover, will that do it already? Femi for the goal. 2 count and a kick out by Hayes. His 158-day reign may be going up in smoke, courtesy of the ruler of Femi tonight. Look at the strength here, gorilla press by Femi on Hayes in your main event tonight. Oh, God, down he goes, head and heart. Oh, hard shot over Femi, massive splash connecting, finding its mark there. And the ribs of Mello Hayes hurting. Back and forth, Mello fighting back, and Mello, a DDT! Drops him on his head. The floor over style by Hayes, nicely executed by Mello Hayes, the NXT champion Hayes. Oh, but Femi there, right in the corner. Now, oh, but Femi. Look at this from Mello Hayes, that was incredible! Springboard on the clothesline, cover Mello to retain only a 1 over Femi, the powerful kick out by the powerhouse. Expect nothing less from Femi. Springboard moonsault from Hayes, not happening though. Femi moves out the way, runs right through him, massive splash though. Mello this time again moving out the way. Who's going to get the upper hand? Looks to be Mello in the corner, the crossbody of the springboard. The champ. Looking pretty good tonight against Oba Femi. In the corner now. It's shot by Carmello Hayes. Now what's he looking for here on Oba Femi? Oh wait a minute, look at Mello here. Oh my, fade away! Massive leg drop when he's against the ropes. Unorthodox offense from the champion. Anything you can do to put away Oba Femi. Anything it takes to put away this monster. And absolutely go for it. Go for it, Mello. Give it a shot. Middle rope. Frog splash. No. Oh, God. Couldn't get it. And that might cost them. Oba Femi to put him away with a massive powerbomb. Title on the line. Shoulders down on Hayes. Scoring 2. Mello's able to stay in it. Mello not going to give in yet. Mello does not want to give in. Never ever wants to give in. But it might happen. Let's look at this, back and forth. Look at Mello, nice shots to midsection of the mad giant Oba Femi, the ruler. Man from Lagos, Nigeria, as he runs right through Carmello Hayes. Big shoulder tackle, Hayes on the corner. Feeling the effects of that one. And what is Carmello Hayes' toughest defense to date, you gotta imagine. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Femi back suplex off the middle rope on Hayes. Oh, battle the cover again. Shoulders down, title on the line, scoring 2, and another kick out. How is he kicking out of all this? The onslaught from Hayes is insane tonight. Massive drop kick from Carmello now. Mello in the corner. Oh no! Oh God! Didn't want that, Carmello. Oh, look at that! After the leg now is Oba Femi. And now Femi gonna take advantage, picks him up and tosses him around. Through him out of the center of the ring. And on the cover, Oba Femi for the NXT Championship of the World. Mello smartly grabbing the bottom rope. Great ring awareness and great veteran instinct by the NXT Champion. Didn't have enough energy to kick out, but knew his whereabouts and quickly just reached out to the bottom rope to break the count. Oh, massive uppercut though from Femi, who's still in control. This has been dominating. That has just been dominance personified by the ruler Oba Femi, who just runs right through him in the corner. Big elbow and throws him right back And in the center of the ring. Oh no, and a challenger is stomping right in the head. It's only a matter of time until Femi becomes the NXT champion. Wait a minute, Mello with a Mystica. Out of nowhere, the Mystica face first he goes. Only one. Only a one count there. Femi will stay alive. And a beautiful springboard. And a moonsault. Mello, cover, leg is out, shoulders down, kicked out by Femi. It was exactly, ladies and gentlemen, exactly 1 year ago today where Femi challenged Cesaro for the NXT North American Championship at NXT Takeover Great American Bash. That's right, Great American Bash was 1 year ago today, folks. And Femi was unable to secure the North American Championship on that night. Fast forward to a year later, will he be able to secure the NXT title? Well, the referee was knocked down with Mello Hayes the unicorn drag off the top. And that might open the door for Mello. You gotta do against Femi. And Mello Hayes, unorthodoxly, not like him, uncharacteristically, getting a weapon and using it to his advantage. The referee's down. I mean, Austin Theory done this against him this past week on NXT. But now he's gonna do it. Because the referee's down, and the Mello Hayes, the suplex cutter combination. Overlaying out, ref still down, covered by Mello, and the tree trunk leg of Femi. Scoring 2 would have been. There would have been 3 on the ropes. Oh man, Rhodes Apata getting up and calling rope break for Femi. You may imagine Mello could have the match won there as a springboard clothesline connecting by the NXT champion now. Oh, went for a ground and pound, but that was not smart to do. When you're in there with Femi. Mano Ruben's over. Oh god, a shoulder tackle. Femi for the goal now. Picking up Carmello Hayes. Fall from grace. Powerbomb. Cover. Over for the title. The base track next week. I can't get. You're going to imagine Trick's loving this, but also he's going to be scared for his friend's health. Carmello Hayes may be in a bad way. Throw over Femi right now, but he's able to get a flurry of offense. Clothesline after clothesline. Catching the boot. Sweeping the other one. Femi down and out now. Mello Hayes on fire here. At least for now. First 48. Double A's in the face. Cover. Hayes to retain his NXT title in your main event. Femi's going to pull out again. Mello don't know what the hell to do. Absolutely furious. He can't put him away here. As Mello looking to fly. Tope. Cody Long got him. Getting taken out by Carmello Hayes. And I'm going to send him out of the steel step. Smart by Hayes. You gotta get him on the inside of the ring. Gotta win the matchup by pinfall or submission to walk out tonight NXT champion, especially over as the champion's advantage is on the line. If Mello gets counted out or disqualified, he will still be the champion. Springboards in with a frog splash at the lower back of Femi in for the cover, over that tree trunk leg again to retain, and somehow kicking out again. That was a very powerful kick out, very enthusiastic there by the ruler. He gets picked up by Hayes. Oh no. That created separation. That opened the door for Femi. And there's a massive clothesline. You don't want to get hit by one of those. Back body drop on Mello Hayes. And here comes Femi. Spine buster connecting. Picking up Hayes. And launching him around the ring with a pounce. Femi, NXT title on the line, hook in the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 and only 2. Mello again, staying at it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what a hell of a fight this has been. Live this evening in NXT for the championship. Mello is winning, missed again. Who's going to face Trick Williams next weekend on WrestleMania Sunday? For the NXT Championship. Mello Hayes, as it stands, well, as it did stand, and as it would have stood if everyone else retained, the longest reigning champion currently on NXT out of all the champions. But they all changed hands, so obviously yes, now Mello with nothing but on the outside. Oh my god! Nothing but net to the floor on Femi. Well, he could get the match won by counter, and if he does, he will retain the NXT title. Which Femi wins by counter. Mello will still be champ to the champions advantage. Count of 5 here. From referee wants a pass. Mello tells him to count faster. He wants to go to WrestleMania. He wants to face his best friend again. A man he's already beat twice. Once in triple threat action. Once in a one-on-one match for the gold at WrestleMania next weekend. But wait a minute, Femi comes back and a fall from grace. Last right style power bomb. Cover. Shoulders down for the title. They go to Mania. Mello kicks out. What a match. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can't believe it. Mello fading back. Nice kick. Hayes, shoulders down. Schoolboy rope saving Femi. Stomp away there, connecting. Oba comes in, shoulders down, jackknife pinner of his own. Oba for the championship. The pin is just like it had in the mixed tag match last week, but it's not over. But Mello, inside cradle of his own. Small package, scoring 2. Taking his one back on. Aye, thanks. What a matchup. For the NXT title, Mello's gonna get all of it, but got enough. At least they actually knocked down Oba Femi this time. Instead of missing, he says Mello don't miss. He did miss a couple of times, literally in this matchup. He doesn't want to miss on winning the matchup and going to Mania to face his good friend once again for the NXT title next weekend. And now back and forth action. This is what this crowd paid to see in Las Vegas, Nevada. It stands and delivers too. With the NXT title on the line in your main event. Back and forth they go. Blow for blow. Trading shots. Trading blow and heavy level offense. In the middle of the ring. With the gold on the line. For an opportunity to go to WrestleMania next weekend. When you look at Mello's journey in the last year and a half or so. It was last year at Stand on the Level where he faced Keith Lee in the semi-finals of the NXT inaugural championship tournament. He lost to Lee. Fast forward over a year and a half later, and Carmello Hayes as the NXT champion defending against the man similarly stature. Oba Femi, first 48, Mello retains, scoring 2, kick out again by Oba, out of the second first 48 by the champion Hayes. Unreal, man, but Hayes, Mello rope, there's the frog splash. Mello got him all, got all of that with a frog splash, heading up to the top rope, wanted to get even more of it, and wow! That's gotta do it. Hayes to retain. He's hitting everything. But the kitchen sink on Femi. But he might need to use a literal kitchen sink because nothing else seems to be working against the ruler. Oba Femi. But maybe change up your technique, Mello. Change up your ring style, your moveset. A submission from Hayes. When have you ever seen this? Rings a Saturn since then. Will Femi tap out or pass out due to the pain? Referee wants the power right there to see if he will, and if he does, then Mello Hayes will retain the NXT title, and not only that, he will go on to face Trick Williams, the #1 contender for Mello's championship at WrestleMania next weekend. But Oba's going to fade out. Of course he is. Fading out of the rings of Saturn. Mello Hayes on fire. Oh no! Mello too confident. Getting launched. Oba Femi for the championship. Fall from grace! Pop powerbomb! Cover! They go to Mania for the goal! No! Hayes kicks out again! There's a 158-day reign continuing, at least for now. Femi, metal roll. Oh, massive splash! What a main event, ladies and gentlemen. That's what NXT is all about. Guys are going to miss NXT. It will be around 2K26 series. You don't want to miss Mania next weekend as well, ladies and gentlemen. This Trick Williams going to be loving this contest. Over right there, massive shot to the back of the head of Mello. Mello, fading right back. Mello, shoulders down. Oh, ropes again, saving him and rolling to the outside of the ring. Look at Mello. Oh yeah, the slingshot splashed on the floor by Carmello Hayes. And then Mello, oh my god, on the outside of the ring, suplex, counter domination, and Oba Femi. Doing everything it takes. Doing a caution the win. Doing anything he possibly can to put down Oba, sends him back in there with a suplex. Connor would have took the count out win personally. But Mello's got one more trick up his sleeve and it's nothing but net. And that's gotta do it. Cover. Who gonna like shoulders down, score into it. Mello has slayed the ruler and retains the NXT Championship. And once again, he goes on to face his good buddy Trick Williams in retention of his NXT Championship to make his 8th defense of the gold. And it's going down next weekend on WrestleMania Sunday for the NXT Championship as his 158-day reign's gonna continue. Well, what a matchup and what a show it's been, folks. Thank you very much for joining us on the final NXT PLE of this series, and join us next week for WrestleMania. You don't want to miss it, and we'll see you then. Until then, take it easy, take care, and we'll see you soon. Peace!